Yo, it's your boy Lofty, and today we're going to be talking about the backboard and posts and the ceiling in Rocket League SideSwipe. So let's just get straight into it. Now, the backboard, the post, and the ceiling are all very weird spots in this game. The posts on SideSwipe, well, they're not really the side parts. It's actually this bottom lip and the top lip, and the ball, when it hits the posts, the top one, it always bounces down, and the bottom one, it always bounces up. And there isn't like a pristine way to practice how to utilize these yet, because we just don't have the tool for it. But as you can see there, the ball bounces up if it hits the post, and that's something you're just gonna have to get used to. And same if you hit the top part. I'll try and hit the top post for you. Yeah, it bounces down in a way. You can kind of use this to your advantage when you're going into the net. If the ball's ever here, the ball's ever like high or like trying to go into the net high, you can kind of lean into the net and squeeze it off of your post. It's not the fastest thing, but if you do it right, you can do it very quickly, like that. You can kind of get a quick squeeze off of the top. And then the same, if the ball's bouncing down here, and you're coming from high above the net, you can kind of lean in, squeeze, and you get a pinch save. It is useful sometimes, but it's not something that you could easily practice yet. Next, let's talk about the backboard. Now, the backboard, if you think about it, there isn't really many ways for the ball to go if it ever hits the backboard. It's not really going to hit the backboard and go up unless you bring it up. If you're going to be pushing from the ceiling and hitting the backboard, it's going to go down. So naturally, if you're in this position and the ball's going down, all you want to do is fly towards the net, fly like into their net and hit it down. I'll try and show you an example of that right now. Okay. There we go. I didn't do it. Didn't go fast enough. We'll try it. Try it again. It's kind of tricky. If we only had a tool for this. Yeah, that was kind of an example. Let's score it. Let's score it. I want to score so I can kind of better explain that. Too much speed, maybe? Bang. There you go. There's a perfect example of it. As you can see, when the ball bounces off the backboard, there's a small window. Yeah, you've got to be quite fast in your reaction, but there's a small window where it's going to just hover above the net. And that's definitely a shot you can go for. You can also do the inverse of this and use the bottom post, or the bottom backboard, I guess, this little arrow section here, and the ball is still going to bounce downwards, but if you squeeze your car into that bit, the ball can sometimes pinch up and just go straight into the net. And you'll see people do that on kickoffs a lot in ones, if they can kind of get away with it. Ball might be like here, and they just go like that, and then squeeze it into your net. Try and show you. Bang, like that. They'll kind of squeeze it in off of that low post. So it's something you might like. In fact, it's something you definitely want to practice, because a lot of ones, at least once you get to like a high level, is being able to score open nets, and that's very much a thing in like normal Rocket League 2. This is just advice for Rocket League generally, but being able to score open nets is really, really, really useful. So whether that be off the backboard or off of the lower backboard, still very important. What else can we talk about? The ceiling. Well, you might have saw me doing this a little bit earlier, but you can regenerate your boost by constantly maintaining a jump motion onto the ceiling. So this is like a useful recovery, not just a recovery mechanic, but also a stalling mechanic. Let's say the opponent is defending their backboard, right? Because you'll see people do this sometimes. They'll chill here. One of their teammates might be in net. trying to cover the low, and the other one is lurking here trying to cover the high, and they'll also, you know, come back down and recover from there. But yeah, the opponent might be defending here, or like, you know, in twos they'll both be defending here, and as they're trying to clear the ball out using that little curve of the ceiling, you might want to pressure them by kind of lurking, waiting for that clear, and to do that you want to be able to do this mechanic. And it's very simple. It's just holding up towards the ceiling, especially if you want to stay still, and then as you're falling, you just jump. And there's kind of a rhythm to it. If you mess up the rhythm or you go too fast, sometimes you won't recover. You can kind of get away with spamming it though. It doesn't always work though. Sometimes you just mess it up and then you're like, ah, I fall to my death. Definitely more useful as a recovery mechanic. I think the best way I can kind of display that though is if I turn off unlimited boost, and I kind of waste all of my boost. Oh, I need to get to the ceiling as I do this. And then I can... Oh, there you go. I messed it up there. But as you can see, I was recovering boost by staying on the ceiling, so you can just... Oh my god, I did it too early again. Dude. Give me the ceiling. There we go. And then I've got all of my boost back. You just keep doing that. You know, you're not always gonna have the time to do it, and sometimes you can do it on your way back as well. Kind of use the ceiling to give yourself a nice rotation back while also recovering your boost. Another use of the ceiling that you'll find is not only is going straight up to the ceiling like a useful bit of tech to get your reset, because you might go all the way up, get your reset, and then come back down, try and take a shot. That was kind of a bad example. Go like this, get my reset, and then, you know, get the finish. Another thing you can do with the ceiling that's really useful is ceiling pinch. I think it's one of the best defensive shots that you can do sometimes. You know, if the opponent's pressured you and the ball's now in your half, you can kind of roll the ball up your back wall. You know, let's say they've hit it towards you, you're behind the ball. Roll the ball up your back wall, you go up to the ceiling, get your reset. Okay, that was not what I wanted to do. Roll it up, and then bang! Ceiling pinch, bounces towards the net. That was a little bit weak, so we'll try and do another one. Maybe we do this one from the halfway line. Oh, here we go. Bang! Oh, bang! And I had my reset off of the ceiling because I hit the ceiling. So don't be afraid to use the ceiling, is what I'm trying to say. The ceiling is one of the best ways to mix up an opponent, especially in twos while you've got a teammate kind of covering your back. Especially if they're being really aggressive, they're trying to challenge you early. You know, you take the ball up, they're trying to challenge you, so they jump up as well, and then you bang, ceiling pinch it, goes right past them. The only thing that's a bit tricky right now with SideSwipe is there isn't like a true training tool where you can kind of set up shots that you want to practice, like in Rocket League. But I'd say the best way to practice these things is be conscious of them in free play. And that's really the best thing you can do. If you want to practice double taps in free play, say to yourself, I'm going to hit 5, 10, 20 double taps. If you want to practice ceiling pinches, say to yourself, oh, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to be very conscious. I'm going to take the ball up to the ceiling. Oh, not quite. Take the ball up to the ceiling and ceiling pinch. And one of the tricky things about the ceiling pinch, if you want that like power, you need these two arrows to be aligned when you flip through the ball. You basically need to do a flip shot or a red shot. You can also do it at an angle. This also works very well. Point being though, you just need to flip as soon as the ball's making connection with the ceiling. Yeah, and that's it for this video, talking about the posts, the ceiling, and the backboard. If you like this video, you want some more tips and tricks, please be sure to subscribe, and let me know in the comments if there's anything else you would like me to cover, any other mechanics or things that you'd like to learn about. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.